Hi kids, welcome to Teacher Jean's e-classroom. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. This is going to be another fun-filled learning for English 6 Quarter 1 Week 2 on idiomatic expressions. And today you are expected to analyze the structure of the poem, infer the meaning of the idiomatic expressions, use the appropriate idiom to create meaningful sentences, and lastly, recite a poem and appreciate its meaning. Last week, I have assigned you to make a drawing, which is a fact and a make-believe. And from the outputs that you have submitted, I have chosen the best one. And it was made by Yuri Naima. Yuri, you did a job well done. So here are the drawings of Yuri. Look at them very carefully. One shows a real or factual image of a girl, and the other is a make-believe image. The first one is the image showing a girl in her room with a crescent-shaped moon as background at her window. While on the second image, it shows a girl sitting on the crescent-shaped moon over the clouds. So now let's try to see the real and make-believe statements. You can say, based on the picture, the girl is reading a book in her room while the crescent-shaped moon rises up in the sky, giving her a nice view. Well, for the second picture, you can make a make-believe statement saying the girl is over the moon as she plays with the stars and planets in the sky. Now let's try to compare the two statements. The first statement expresses something that is real and factual, something that exists in personal experiences. While the second statement is just a make-believe or non-fact because a girl cannot possibly be over the moon and can't be with the stars for they're too far and too hot. They will burn anybody who gets near them. The planets too are huge and far. That is impossible for anyone to play with them. So to be over the moon means to be extremely happy and delighted. So again, congratulations to Yuri for a job well done. Today, I am going to share to you a poem which I wrote myself, and it is entitled Reaching for My Stars. Can you reach your stars? Well, let's see as we go about with our poem. I want you to listen very carefully how Teacher Jean reads the poem. I am reaching for my stars, and I don't mind facing some wars. For my classes are not a piece of cake. I don't want to be half-baked. Viewing my teacher's video, I'm all ears. I don't want to shed some crocodile tears. I have to draw a line between studies and play, that is, to avoid any delay. I too will get my lion's share. I will have good grades to stare. At times when I have to hit the sack, but I have to stay on track, I tell myself, just hang in there, for cloud 9 is going to be fair. Success is but an icing on my cake when my future is what I make. Now let's have analysis of the structure of our poem. How many stanzas are there in our poem? If stories have paragraphs, poems have stanzas. So here are the stanzas in our poem. This is the first stanza. This is the second stanza. And this is the third stanza and the fourth stanza. So how many stanzas are there in all? We have 4 stanzas in our poem. How about the lines? How many lines are there in each stanza? Let's go back to our poem. Let's count. Stanza 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Stanza 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lines. Stanza 3 has another 4 lines, and stanza 4 has another 4 lines. So each stanza has 4 lines. Correct. Now, who is the persona or imaginary speaker of the poem? The persona or imaginary speaker of the poem is a student. What makes you think that the persona of the poem is a student? He mentioned about listening to his teacher's video and about grades. Have you noticed the italicized words in the poem? Of course, yes. So what are these italicized words in our poem? The first one is reach for the stars, which means setting your goals in life higher to achieve the most. Next one, face some wars, which means encounter problems. Next, it's a piece of cake, meaning something easily done or achieved. Next, half-baked. It means something that is not properly or thoroughly prepared or done. All ears. What do you mean by that? It means attentively listening. Crocodile tears. What does it mean? It means false tears or fake sorrow. Draw the line, meaning set a limit or boundary between things. Lion's share. It means large portion of a share. Hit the sack. It means go to bed. Hang in there. It means to persist and never give up. Stay on track means to stay on the path and continue doing what one is doing. On cloud 9. It means extremely happy. And lastly, the icing on the cake. It means something that makes a good situation even better. So these words are actually called idioms. What is an idiom? An idiom is a phrase or expression that typically presents a figurative, non-literal meaning attached to the phrase. Idioms are influenced by culture. Learning the idioms of the English language can be interesting and enlightening. And you know, when you use idioms, when you write poems, this makes your poem more creative. And you know, it makes the poem more interesting because you get to think more, not just going on the literal meaning, but you go beyond the literal meaning. Okay? So let's try to read the poem using the meaning of the idioms. So we're going to write the meaning of the idiom instead of the idiom itself. Ready? Setting my goals in life. I am setting my goals in life, and I don't mind encountering some problems, for my classes are not easy. I don't want to be unprepared. Viewing my teacher's video, I'm listening attentively. I don't want to pretend to be sad. I have to set a limit between studies and play. That is to avoid any delay. I too will get my large portion of share. I have good grades to stare. At times when I have to go to bed, but I have to continue doing what I'm doing, I tell myself to persist and never give up. For extreme happiness is going to be fair. Success is but something that makes good even better. When my future is what I made. So you see, this is the poem with its real meaning. Not anymore using the idioms that we used to have in the previous reading. Now let's have our comprehension check. Let's see if you understood our poem. Let's have question number 1. What is the persona's goal in life? What do you think is his plan in his life? Number 2, what does he do to reach his goal in life? Number 3, do you have a goal in life? What is it? Number 4, how would you reach your goal? And number 5, why is it important for a person to have a goal in life? I want you to answer these questions in your activity notebook and submit it to our Google Classroom. Now let's try to practice using our idioms, the idioms that we have learned from our poem today. Fill in the blank with the appropriate idiom from the poem. Number 1. The youngest child received the blank when they divided the pizza among themselves. 2. My best friend felt that she was blank when the teacher told her that her work was the best. 3. I studied my lessons all day and it is time for me now to blank. It is already 9 p.m. I was blank when I opened and watched my teacher's video presentation. 5. I did not have a hard time answering my activities. They were just blank to me. Number 6. Even if my brother keeps telling me to join him in playing Mobile Legends, but I blank because I don't want to submit my assignments late. 7. I know that one day I will eventually blank because I do my very best in my studies. A last number, getting an honor will just be unblank when I would finally graduate grade 6 and be ready for high school. Have you finished answering our activity? Okay, if you're ready, then you can ask somebody to check your work, or if not, if you're alone, you can do it by yourself. Check out our answer key. Ready? Let's go. Number 1. The youngest child received the lion's share or the biggest share when they divided the pizza among themselves. Number 2. My best friend felt that she was on cloud 9 when the teacher told her that her work was the best. She felt very happy. Number 3. I studied my lessons all day and it is time for me now to hit the sack or to go to bed because it's already 9 p.m. Number 4. I was all ears or listening very attentively when I opened and watched my teacher's video presentation. I did not have a hard time answering my activities. They were just a piece of cake to me. They were just very easy. Number 6, even if my brother keeps telling me to join him in playing Mobile Legends, but I stay on track because I don't want to submit my assignments late. I have to stay on the plan. I know that one day I will eventually reach the stars because I do my very best in my studies. I can eventually reach my goals. And lastly, getting an honor will just be an icing on the cake. It makes something good even better when I would finally graduate grade 6 and be ready for high school. So count the number of check marks that you got, and let's see if you have passed the test. Did you? I am sure you did because you were very attentive in our video lesson for today. Now let's have some more idioms. Let's learn some more idioms so you can use them in your day-to-day life. If you want to express something, you can use these idioms. First is hit the road. What does it mean? to begin a trip. So let's hit the road now. It's sunny and we're having a nice weather. Next, cat got your tongue? It means you are unusually quiet and unresponsive. Like if there is this person who used to be very talkative, who's usually very talkative, and then all of a sudden he would keep quiet. You can say, "Oh, cat got your tongue?" So that's it. Next is spill the beans, meaning to reveal a secret. So when you try to reveal a secret, you are spilling the beans. Next is over the moon. When you're over the moon, you're extremely happy and delighted. Digging your own grave means putting yourself into big trouble. Next, it's raining cats and dogs. So if it's raining very hard, you can say, "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs. How can I get home fast right now?" Next is on the ball. When you say on the ball, it means you're very alert and aware of what is happening. Next is break a leg. So when somebody is going to a contest, you can say, "Oh, break a leg." It doesn't mean he would literally break his leg, but it means good luck. Next, don't cry over spilt milk. What do you mean by that? Don't be upset. Don't be sad about something that has already happened because you cannot do anything about it. Some more idioms. Be as cool as a cucumber. Be relaxed, calm, composed. So when you see a person so relaxed and calm and composed, never nervous, you can say, "Ah, you're as cool as a cucumber." Saving time, it means completing a task in a shorter amount of time by doing it more efficiently. And then, oh, don't cry over spilt milk. This is already given a while ago. Next, a couch potato. What is a couch potato? Lazy, inactive person. So if somebody says, "Oh, you're a couch potato," don't be happy with that because it means you're lazy. Next, when pigs fly, pigs couldn't actually fly. So when you say, "Oh, I'm going to do that when pigs fly," it means it's not going to happen. It's impossible. Next, tighten your belt. When somebody becomes too, what do you call this one? He likes to spend a lot, spend on unnecessary things. You can say, tighten your belt or cut your spending. So you have to live frugally. Now let's practice. Use the appropriate idiom to complete each statement below. So you are going to use the idioms that we have discussed and try to put it into the appropriate sentence to make the sentence complete and to have a meaningful sentence. Don't be too nervous for the test. Be blank so you could give the correct answer. That's number 1. 2. If you want to stay healthy, stop being blank and exercise regularly. 3. The roads are wet. I am having a hard time crossing the street because it is blank. 4. When my team won the dodgeball game, I felt I blank. 5. Let's now blank so we could reach our destination early. 6. Blank, you can be the next Miss Universe. 7. Stop complaining about it. It's over now. 8. Do not protect the wrongdoing of your friend. You better blank right now. Done answering? If you're done, then let's check your work. Number 1, don't be too nervous for the test. Be as cool as a cucumber so you could give the correct answer. 2, if you want to stay healthy, stop being a couch potato and exercise regularly. 3, the roads are so wet. I am having a hard time crossing the street because it is raining cats and dogs. 4, when my team won the dodgeball game, I felt I was over the moon. 5, Let's now hit the road so we could reach our destination early. 6. When pigs can fly, you can be the next Miss Universe. Number 7, stop complaining about it. It's over now. Don't cry over spilt milk. And lastly, do not protect the wrongdoing of your friend. You better spill the beans now. So that's it, guys. Have you finished checking your work? Count the number of check marks. What did you get? Did you get 8? Oh, that's the perfect score. Amazing. That's so good. You're doing a great job. Now for our assignment or additional activity, I want you to read and listen again to the poem that we have. The original one, the one with the idioms. I want you to practice it until you are ready. And when you are ready, recite the poem, Reaching for the Stars, and record it on video. Teacher Jean would be very delighted to watch you recite this poem and then send it to our Google Classroom. Before we end this video, I want you to check out the rubrics for our poem recitation. Okay? So this will be the basis of how you will be graded. So pauses and pacing, clarity of speech, voice projection, enthusiasm, eye contact. That's very important. So since we don't have the face-to-face classes, eye contact means you have to look at the camera as if you are looking into the eyes of your audience. Okay? So I hope you have learned something today, not just something, but a lot of things today. And before I end, I want to remind you that only in the darkness can you see the stars by Martin Luther King, which means that if sometimes when you try to reach your stars, when you try to reach your goals, but then you encounter darkness, you encounter problems, and you find things very difficult, don't give up, because only then can you achieve your goals in life. So this is your teacher, Jean, saying, God bless you and see you on my next video. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.